Welcome to a club for people who love good movies. Use the links in the description to navigate the list of films quickly.
Alex Cross. A homicide detective is punished to the brink of his moral and physical limits as he tangles with a ferociously skilled serial killer who specializes in torture and pain.
The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Disgraced financial reporter Michael Blomqvist finds a chance to redeem his honor after being hired by wealthy Swedish industrialist Henrik Wenner to solve the 40-year-old murder of Wenner's niece, Harriet. Wenner believes that Harriet was killed by a member of his own family, eventually joining Blomqvist on his dangerous quest for the truth is Lisbeth Salander, an unusual but ingenious investigator whose fragile trust is not easily won. Sherlock Holmes. When a string of brutal murders terrorizes London, it doesn't take long for legendary detective Sherlock Holmes and his crime-solving partner Dr. Watson to find the killer, Lord Blackwood. A devote of the dark arts, Blackwood has a bigger scheme in mind, and his execution plays right into his plans. The game is afoot when Blackwood seems to rise from the grave, plunging Holmes and Watson into the world of the occult and strange technologies.
Dark Places. A woman who survived the brutal killing of her family as a child is forced to confront the events of that day. Changeling. In 1928 Los Angeles, single mother Christine Collins arrives home to find her son, Walter, gone. 5 months later, her prayers are answered when Walter is found of Illinois. But to Christine's horror, the boy who steps off the train is not her son. Authorities vehemently disparage Christine's claim, and her ally is a clergyman who sees the case and has changed to explore corruption in the Los Angeles Police Department and government. The Crimson Rivers. Man in Black.
Seven. When retiring police detective William Somerset Morgan Freeman tackles a final case with the aid of newly transferred David Mills, Brad Pitt, they discover a number of elaborate and grisly murders. They soon realize they are dealing with a serial killer, Kevin Spacey, who is targeting people he thinks represent one of the 7 deadly sins. Somerset also befriends Mills' wife, Tracy, Gwyneth Paltrow, who is pregnant and afraid to raise her child in the crime-riddled city.
Secret Window. While in the process of annulling divorce from his wife, writer Mort Rainley relocated to his remote cabin in upstate New York for solitude. Attempting to recover his mental health, Rainey had the misfortune of being found by John Shooter, a farmer who claims Rainey plagiarized his work. At first, Rainey ignored the accusations, but Shooter has no intention of quietly disappearing. Soon Shooter becomes increasingly vicious on his quest for retribution. Disturbia. Ever since his father died, young Cale has become increasingly sullen and withdrawn until he finds himself under house arrest. With cabin fever setting in, he turns his attention to spying on his neighbors, becoming increasingly suspicious that one of them is a serial killer. However, he wonders if he is right or if his overactive imagination is getting the better of him.
Tell us in the comments which movies you think should be added to the list and share any other thoughts or suggestions you might have. Thanks and see you soon!